In the busy city of Lagos, there was a young girl named Ada who worked at a fuel station. She was always smiling and loved helping people. One sunny day, while she was working, an elderly man drove into the station. His car was old and dusty, and he looked tired. The man seemed to be struggling to park his car. Ada quickly ran over to him. She smiled and said, "Let me help you, Grandpa." The old man was happy and thanked her. Ada filled his car with fuel and even helped him check his tires. While Ada was helping the old man, a big shiny car pulled into the station. The car belonged to a very rich man named Mr. Okeke. His car was new and he was dressed in expensive clothes. Mr. Okeke didn't like waiting and he wanted to be served immediately. He saw Ada helping the elderly man and became angry. "Why are you wasting time with that old man? I should be served first," Mr. Okeke shouted. Mr. Okeke was very angry that Ada didn't rush to serve him. He thought that because he was rich, people should treat him better than others. Ada tried to explain that she was helping the elderly man first, but Mr. Okeke didn't want to listen. He shouted, "People like me should never have to wait. Do you know how important I am?" Even though Mr. Okeke was shouting, Ada chose to continue helping the elderly man. She believed that it was important to show respect to elders. She quickly finished helping the old man, who thanked her warmly. "You're a kind girl," the old man said as he drove away. Ada felt good, knowing that she had done the right thing, but she was still worried about Mr. Okeke's anger. After the old man left, Mr. Okeke continued to shout at Ada, "I'm going to make sure you lose your job for disrespecting me," he said. Ada tried to stay calm, but inside, she was very scared. She needed her job to support her family, and she didn't want to lose it. But Mr. Okeke was very rich and powerful, and she didn't know what to do. Mr. Okeke went straight to Ada's boss and demanded that she be fired. The boss didn't want to argue with Mr. Okeke because he was such an important customer. So, Ada was let go from her job. She was very sad as she packed her things and left the station. She didn't know how she would explain to her family that she had lost her job. As Ada was walking home, she felt very sad. Suddenly, a car pulled up next to her. It was the same elderly man she had helped earlier at the fuel station. He smiled at her and asked, "Why do you look so sad, my dear?" Ada explained that she had lost her job because she helped him. The old man was surprised and felt bad for her. The elderly man looked at Ada with kindness. "You helped me when you didn't have to, and that shows how good you are," he said. Then he revealed something surprisingly. He was not just an old man, but a wealthy and respected business owner in the city. He told Ada that he had been watching how she treated people and was impressed with her kindness. "I want to help you," he said. Ada couldn't believe her ears. The elderly man, whose name was Chief Adebayo, offered Ada a new job in his company. "I believe kind people like you should be rewarded," he said with a smile. He told her that his company needed someone who was not only hardworking but also kind to others. Ada was overjoyed and accepted the offer. She couldn't wait to start working again, and this time in a much better place. As she went home, she thanked Chief Adebayo and promised to work hard at her new job. When Ada got home, she told her family the good news. They couldn't believe it. Her mother hugged her tightly, saying, I'm so proud of you, Ada. Even though you lost your job, you didn't lose your kindness. That night, the whole family celebrated. They cooked Ada's favorite meal and sang songs of joy. Ada felt so happy and she was glad that her kindness had led to something good. While Ada was starting her new job with Chief Adebayo, Mr. Keke began to face problems in his business. His employees were quitting and his customers were not coming back. He was confused about what was happening. Things that used to be easy for him were now becoming difficult. He became stressed and didn't know how to fix his business. His life was no longer as smooth as it used to be. One day, Mr. Keke found out the truth about the elderly man Ada had helped. He discovered that Chief Adebayo was not just a regular person, but one of the most respected business owners in the city. Mr. Keke was shocked. He realized that the man he had looked down on was much more important than he thought. He regretted firing Ada and wondered if that was the reason his business was failing. Guilt started to fill his heart. At her new job, Ada continued to show kindness to everyone. She greeted people with a smile and always helped those in need. The workers at Chief Adebayo's company loved her, and soon she became one of the most respected staff members. Even the customers noticed her warm heart and they always asked for her whenever they came to the office. Ada's reputation as a kind and caring person spread across the city. One day, Mr. Okeke decided to visit Chief Adebayo's office. He wanted to apologize for firing Ada and treating the elderly man badly. When he got there, he saw Ada working happily. He felt embarrassed, but he knew he had to say sorry. Mr. Keke begged Chief Adebayo and Ada to forgive him for what he had done. Chief Adebayo listened, but didn't answer right away. He believed that people should face the results of their actions. Ada continued to work happily in her new job. She had learned an important lesson. Being kind always brings good things in return. Mr. Keke, on the other hand, learned that being rich doesn't mean you are more important than the others. He realized that kindness is what really matters, and he promised to change his ways. But even though Mr. Keke has learned his lesson, Ada's life kept getting better, and her story of kindness spread throughout the city, inspiring many people to treat others with respect and love. And so, Ada's journey of kindness never ended, and her good deeds continued to touch the life of everyone she met.